Good, lots of thumbs up, nice. I remember it from last year. Lunch is delicious always. So I hope you enjoyed it. Welcome back to the post-lunch session of the National Financial Literacy Quiz 2025. The national semi-finals are happening today, and a few hours from now, tomorrow is when we'll have the national finals for both the undergraduate as well as the postgraduate cohort. Earlier in the morning, you saw 12 really star teams from across the country fight it out for 6 spots in the national final. We had 2 semi-finals from which we got a clear 6 winners, 3 from the first semi-final, 3 from the second. We are back here to find out the same pattern, 3 from one semi-final, 3 from the others, but this time with the senior folks. The postgraduate cohort is who we will be quizzing with right now, and we will call out the first 6 teams to take their place on stage and do the first semi-final with us. Remember, these are the 12 teams who qualified by virtue of being the top 2 in each of the 6 zones in the proctored round that took place in the morning. I will call out their names. You can already see their institutes here on screen. They will come up here and we will quiz the first semi-final with them. Representing ICFAI Business School, Kolkata, Avinash Singh and Sinjan Day. Give them a round of applause. You will be team A. Next to them at team B, Pondicherry University, Pondicherry, represented by Kavya B. Menon and Jerusha A. Give the ladies a round of applause. They're team B. All the way from Pondicherry, they were part of the South region when we went down to Bengaluru. Team C, International Management Institute, New Delhi, Gurleen Mangat and Arnav Sharma. Give Gurleen and Mangat a round of applause. Gurleen and Arnav Sharma, they are team C. That does one half of the stage. The second half, at table D, Jaipuria Institute of Management, Indore, Vikhyat Patidar and Ishan Malhotra. Please welcome Vikhyat and Ishan on stage. Round of applause for them. Are you injured by any chance? Okay. He's like Rishabh Pant. पैर भी टूट गया तो चलेगा लेकिन फाइनल जरूर खेलूंगा. You are at team D. Next to them at E, Indian Institute of Management, Shillong, Lavish Thakre and Kedar Tevar. Lavish and Kedar, if you're here, please come up. One of them is definitely here. Where's the other? Okay, please come up. Your team E. And last but certainly not the least, to their left, the far left of the stage, Universal AI University, Karjat, represented by Krishna Santosh Verma and Darpan Bhavesh Shah. If you're here, please come up. Your team F. And we will quickly get their photos taken for the record. Top 12 teams in the PG cohort. These are the first 6. You have the teams put down on your. While the photos are being done, a quick public service announcement, if you want to call it that. I was told that some of the teams were making preparations to leave or they don't know what is in store tomorrow. So essentially the most critical part of the announcement is that everybody who's qualified now in the first half of the morning, ranks 1, 2 and 3 from both semi-finals, you definitely want to be here tomorrow because that's when the national finals will take place. We are finishing this season tomorrow. So you of all the teams, these 6 teams who've qualified in the morning, definitely need to be present. And the other teams who've not qualified or you did not qualify from the proctored round, if you don't have something critical to do back home and if your tickets are anyways reserved for tomorrow, I would sincerely request you to hang around. We have a really nice cultural night planned for today evening. And you will, of course, get to see a once in a year spectacle, which is a national final, which, like last year, if last year was anything to go by, it is a keenly contested affair, goes down to the last few questions every single time. And you have to be here if you want to go back home and tell your friends, your parents, your teachers that I was there when the national champions of NFLQ 2025 were crowned. And if that doesn't give you enough incentive to come back here and win this, I don't know what else will. So please do stick around and we will make it worth your while. Lots of audience questions also in case you are that inclined. Let's move with these 6 teams. We will go quickly into the rules, the same as the rules that they have been accustomed to in the regional rounds. 5 questions, 45 rounds, 42 questions. Each round has a slightly different set of rules. I explain those to you when we come to them. At the end of each round, we will have on screen your scores cumulatively displayed at the end of that round. I will try and give you a quick look at the scores with just 3 questions to go at the end. So in case you want to strategize or go for it at the end or lay back and make sure in the top 3, that is up to you. Please make sure that you don't answer out of turn. That's the only rule we will be strict about. Wait for me to call out your team name. Audience, you are my team, one big team in the audience. Put up a hand. I'm told that there are many, many more prizes where the initial morning prizes came from. And as I said, we have no excuse for saying we ran out of prizes because we are in the campus from where these prizes come. Wish you all the very best, all 6 teams. Let's show you the rules for round 1. MCQs, 12 of them, 2 per team. We do 1 cycle of 6 and then go the other way around. Same teams. No questions will get passed. 10 points for getting it correct. No negatives for getting it wrong. And of course, since the questions don't pass, you might as well give me a guess if you're not sure. Try and give me the complete answer instead of just the alphabet so I don't miss out on hearing a right answer. All the very best. Here's a question for team A. Here it comes. In PMS, portfolio management schemes, the rate of return to be exceeded before charging incentive or a performance fee is known as what? And these are your options. Is it called a high water mark? Is it called the hurdle rate? Is it called a benchmark return? Or is it called a minimum target return? Team A. You have to go past it. You have to cross it before you can even think of charging an incentive or a performance fee.
So B, hurdle rate.
B, hurdle rate, because you have to cross that hurdle before you can go on. 10 points to team A. They open with a good answer. This is the return above which profit sharing fees can be charged to the investor. 10 points to team A. Next question to team B. For equity futures and options adjustment purposes, dividends that are at or above 2% of the underlying stock's market value are classified as what type of dividend? And these are your options. Are they called ordinary dividends? Are they called extraordinary dividends? Do we call them special dividends, or are they simply called bonus dividends? Team B. They are either at 2% or more than 2% of the underlying stock's market value. Team B. Five more seconds.
Option B, extraordinary dividends.
Option B, extraordinary dividends. 10 extraordinary points to you. Extraordinary dividends is correct. Really, really good answering. 2 out of 2 so far. Let's see if International Management Institute can keep the trend going. Here's question number 3. What is the prescribed treatment for unexpired derivatives contracts that are outstanding on the last date, as you can see, of a corporate merger or demerger? And these are your options. Is it immediately cancelled? Is it carried forward until the original expiry date? Is it transferred to the merged entity? Or is it compulsorily settled at closing price on the last come date? Team B. Team C. Remember, these are derivative contracts which are unexpired. 5 seconds more.
Option C, transfer to the merged entity.
Transferred to the merged entity? Not really. They are compulsorily settled at closing price on the last come date. One away from the right answer. No points but no negatives, which is a good thing. Jaipuria Institute, question number 4. If the price band of a book-built public issue is revised, what is the minimum extension required for the bidding period as per current SEBI regulations? And these are your options. Is it minimum 1 working day? Is it minimum 3 working days? Is it a minimum of 5 working days? Or there is no real extension required? Team D.
Sir, it's B, minimum 3 working days.
You decide which letter and which number. Then
Sir,
we'll.
sir, B, minimum 3 working days.
Is that your final answer? All right, let's take a look. Is correct. 10 points to Team D. A minimum of 3 working days. I think he was trying to hedge there. B hai like 5 working days. So you decide and give me. Just kidding. 10 points to Team D. Team E, question number 5. What is the impact of a stock split on a price-weighted stock market index? And these are your options. Is it that the index value increases because the number of shares also increases? Does the index divider change to keep the index constant? Does the index value decrease because the stock price drops? Or is it simply no change in index or divisor? Team E.
The index divisor changes to keep the index constant.
So it's kind of a balancing act, right? 10 points to Team E. Very, very nice. That is, of course, the right answer. Good teams all around. And as you can see, as we go deeper into the day, the level constantly rises to meet the level of questions. Very good answering, Team F, Team E. Team F, the last of the first cycle of MCQs. Question number 6. What is the SEBI prescribed minimum allocation to debt instruments of banks, PSUs, public financial institutions, and municipal bonds if you're talking about a banking and PSU fund? And these are your options. Remember, this is the minimum threshold that you have to meet. Is it 50%? Is it 65%? Is it 75%? Or is it 80%? Team F. Check.
Sir, A, 50%.
Let's take a look. You need to go a lot more than that. It is 4/5. 80% is what I was looking for. No points to you, but you will get one more question at the end of the second cycle. For now, hopping back to Team A with question number 7. What is the maximum brokerage that can be charged by a stockbroker in the capital market segment as per the exchange or SEBI regulations in force? Remember, this is the maximum that you can charge. Minimum, of course, you can take no brokerage, customer will be happy. Is it 0.5% of the transaction value? Is it 1% of the transaction value? Is it 2.5% of the value of the transaction? Or is it as much as 5% of the transaction value? Team A. He is thinking, what sounds fair? Five seconds more, Team A.
Sir, option A is 0.5%.
0.5. फिर वो खाएगा क्या? है ना? Let's take a look. 2.5% is what you can charge as a maximum. No points, but no negatives as well. So he's like, let me err on the side of the investor, not the broker. No points to you, but you will get 4 more rounds in which to score. Pondicherry University, your question. A certain gentleman acquired a market-linked debenture, an MLD, on the 1st of May 2023, transferred it after 18 months. In this case, how would you treat the capital gains that are accrued? And these are your options. Would it be LTCG or long-term capital gains taxed at 12.5%? Would it be long-term capital gains taxed at 20%? Would it be STCG, short-term capital gains taxed at 20%? Or would it be STG taxed at the rates of the slab? Team B. This is question number 8.
Option A, LTCG at 12.5%.
Let's take a look. Can we give you points? Afsos, can't give you points. STCG taxed at the slab rates, the respective slab rates is what I was looking for. No worries. Team C, your question. How must a portfolio manager in India invest client funds when it comes to mutual funds? Is it only through the regular plan? Is it only through the direct plan? Is it up to choice, either direct or regular? Or can they invest only through an advisor? And remember, we are talking about the investment of client funds in mutual funds by a portfolio manager. Team C. 20 seconds ticking away. Audience, while they're thinking, I hope you remember what I asked you to remind me to ask questions about, right? Otherwise, I have forgotten. No more audience questions then. All right, Team C.
C, either direct or regular.
Let's take a look. No, they can invest only through the direct plan. You must have seen when you invest in mutual funds, you can either go through a broker code or you can tick the box which says direct, in which case there is no entry load charged to you, because the entry load is essentially what goes to the broker as the fee minus a few things here and there. But no points to you for now, no negatives, which is the good part. Be careful. Team D, your question. In a fixed price public issue, what percentage of the net offer is statutorily reserved for retail individual investors? All right, fixed price public issue is the key part. Here's your question. 25%, 50%, 75%, or 90%? Remember, statutorily reserved. So this much definitely has to be reserved for retail individual investors. Team D.
So it's A, 25%.
It's actually double of that. 50% is how much needs to be reserved mandatorily for the retail segment. No points, a little bit of a off season for them this time, but you will pick it up later. Team E, the penultimate question of the MCQ round on screen. Performance attribution analysis decomposes active return, basically breaks down active return into which of these components? These are your options. Is it asset allocation, security selection, and interaction? Is it systematic risk, unsystematic risk, and alpha generation? Is it market, style, and strategy effects? Or is it beta, duration, and convexity effects? Team E. Performance attribution analysis. That is the tool that we are looking for. Team E. 5 more seconds.
I think it's B, systematic risk, unsystematic risk, and alpha generation.
It is actually asset allocation, security selection, and interaction, because total active return is split into these 3 parts. No points to you. Team F, let's see you finish this round with a good 10 points. Last question for the MCQs is this. As per SEBI regulations, what is the minimum value of proposed assets required for an infrastructure investment trust, InvIT as we like to call it, to launch its initial offer, ensuring that there is eligibility for it being listed in India? Team F, these are your options. Is it a minimum of 100 crores, 250 crores, 500 crores, or 1000 crores? Team F. For InvITs to be able to launch an initial offer so that they can list in India, what's the minimum? Team F. Five seconds more out of your 20.
Option B, 250 crores.
Option B.
B, 250
Option
crores.
B, 250 crores. Let's take a look. It's double of that. 500 crores is how much it has to be clear. It also must not be less than 250 crores so that it clears the minimum thresholds for transparency as well as investor protection. No points to you, but we will move on to the scores. Before that, let's take a look at the score. Do you have the scores already? No audience questions? All right. The next round, definitely. We have a score on the board for all but two teams. B and F, C and F have their tasks cut out. Everybody else is on 10. The good part is it means everybody is in striking distance, which brings us to round 2, the visuals.
Come, let me.
All right. Image identification, something about a book cover, a building, a person, a currency note, a coin, anything really that can be put on an image. We will begin with team A and go clockwise. Plus 15 is what you get if you answer within 30 seconds if you are the direct team. Immediately if you are a pass team. No negatives at all, which means that you can really let yourself go and answer. If you don't have a guess, please guess away freely because there are no negatives. If it passes all the way around, I go to the audience and you get an audience prize. All the best, team A. Here's question number 1. This 100 rupee coin issued by the government of India honors the birth centenary of which visionary scientist who was awarded more than 80 honorary doctorates, not just from Indian universities, but from grateful countries all over the world. Team A. And grateful is a good way to describe it because these countries literally owed the well-being of their people, the food well-being of their people to his work. Team A. 1925 is when he was born. This year is his birth centenary. Lots of clues already in the question, and I gave a very big clue. Grateful countries around the world who owed their food well-being to what he did. Team A.
It's like, I think it's the father of Green Revolution, R.S. Swaminathan.
Can you just say it into the mic?
The father of Green Revolution, Swaminathan.
The father of the Green Revolution, Swaminathan. Because in normal quiz rules, if you get the last name right, you get points. Plus 15. Very, very nice hedging. MS Swaminathan is what I wanted. The father of the Green Revolution in India. The global father of the Green Revolution is, of course, Norman K. Borlaug, with whom MS Swaminathan has collaborated a lot. And the country, especially in Africa and South America, where India lent their expertise to make sure that they had their own green revolution as well. They are the ones I was talking about when I talked about grateful countries conferring doctorates. 15 points to team A. Pondicherry, your chance to pick up 15 coming up. She has held multiple leadership positions, serving as head of cash management Kotak Mahindra, Chief Operating Officer of the National Payments Corporation of India, who bring us the RuPay device system, and currently she is the CEO of the Multi Commodities Exchange, MCX, since October 2024. Who is this? And even though it's very unhelpful, a personal clue, this is one of the very few people, perhaps the only person in this entire season of NFLQ about whom I can say that मैंने इनके हाथ का खाना खाया है. Because she happens to be married to one of India's foremost quizzers as well. So that's not a clue that helps, but I couldn't resist sharing it with you. When I saw this question, I was like, okay, I have to take a screenshot and send it to that gentleman and say, please guess who this is. Team B, what is her name? Both of them are alumni of the illustrious IIM Ahmedabad, same batch, and as batch marriages go, both of them really high achievers, and this is a list of her achievements. Team B. 5 seconds more. No?
We are guessing the first name, Praveena.
Praveena something. Passes to C.
Mrs. Indranil.
Mrs. Indrani passes to D. Are you talking about Indrani Banik of Krish Banik's? Because she is also a quizzer wife, but yeah, Team D. Pass question. I need to rush you.
Sir, pass.
Passes to E.
Mrs. Rupa.
Passes to F. Now they're just making up quizzer names, okay? Passes to F.
Pass.
Passes to A. They have passed as well. I'm going to use my discretion here and give the full 15 points to the team who answered her first name correct. This is Praveena Rai. Round of applause to Team B. Lovely answering. This is Praveena Rai. She was also a part of one of the NISM masterclasses conducted by Shashi Krishnan sir. You can see her in a screen grab from there. That, of course, is Praveena Rai. She is married to one of India's most well-known quizzers, Rajiv Rai, who happens to be a great guy in the field of corporate and financing as well. But very nice answering, and I didn't expect it to come from them after so much time of thinking, because usually you don't know, but lovely answering by the ladies. 15 points to them. Team C, your question. This is a firm which is a family office. You know what a family office is, right? When people are rich and they have a joint family or a rich family, then they usually don't trust other people to make their investments for them. They open up a family office and their entire money is invested by that office. Professionally, of course, but it's a family office. So this is a family office. This firm is a family office of one of the most well-known families, business families in India. Established, of course, by the person who was in charge of the business until not very long ago. Now somebody else from the same family handles the entire business, including this family office as well. It manages over 15 billion in evergreen capital with 165 plus investments across technology, healthcare, consumer and fintech, supporting a charitable foundation that gives away millions of rupees every year, one of the largest charitable donors in India as well, through its global investment returns. It has invested in Lenskart, First Try, Canva, Moderna, etc., reflecting a long-term ethical approach to wealth creation. If you look closely at the logo, you can work out the first letter of the family name as well. I don't really need the full name of the firm because it's a family name. I will accept just the family last name also. Team C, whose family office is this investment firm? Team C.
Parekh family.
The Parekh family. People are actually looking at the space and working out really intelligent guesses. Passes to D. Pass question.
Sir, Tiger Global.
Sorry?
Tiger Global.
Tiger Global. Tiger is, I know Bhai ka last name Tiger hai sometimes, but Tiger is not a last name, no? Passes to E.
The Premji family.
The Premji family is correct. This is Premji Invest. That's the P for Premji, and the graph, the last bar of the graph is the I for Invest. As you know, Premji is a Wipro. Of course, now it is not headed by the doyen of the family. His son has taken over, but the amount of charity that they do, primarily funded by Premji Invest Foundation's returns that they get on investment, is mind-blowing. Really lovely answering. That's 15 points to Team E. The next question will go to Team F. Here's question number 4. I have blanked out from this graph at the top the words which I wanted. You won't see it there. It's really well blanked out. I know I'm getting old with computers, but not that old as well. What is this key investment theory concept that represents a set of optimal portfolios? Optimal is a key word. It will give you one of the words in the two-word answer. Optimal portfolios offering the highest expected return for a given level of risk, or the lowest risk for a specified level of expected return. I'm looking for a two-word answer. That red part of the curve is essentially that two-word answer, and C is saying that you are old and you talk a lot as well, so you should ideally shut up, which I will respect. Team F, no more clues, go for it. The best part about being a quiz master at NFLQ is not the right answers, though they give a different kind of joy as well. It is seeing this keen competitive spirit which Young India shows at every stage, because they trust their knowledge so much. And I think it's a big shift from the earlier generations of confidence, which used to come from money, which used to come from political power, which used to come from caste power, unfortunately. Today's India trusts its knowledge, and I think that is what we're celebrating as well. So no matter whether they get it right or wrong, I love the way your confidence works. Team F, I was blabbering to buy you some time. What's your answer? I'll give you 3 more seconds, not more, because 30 is all we get. Passing you in 3. Go for it. Give me a guess. After all that, you're saying pass. Bad boys. Passing to A.
So efficient frontier.
Efficient frontier. What an answer. Lovely answering. That's what was blanked out. This is the efficient frontier, and you can see 2 places. The red line is what is the key part. The 2 keywords were optimal, which is another word for something which is most efficient, and level, which is the frontier or the edge that you can go to. 15 points to team A. Team B gets question number 5. Fairly simple if you've been studying the way Indian sectors are, various sectors in the economy, you should be able to guess what comes next. Here's your question. This chart looks at the total return index for Nifty, the NSE 50, over the period of June 24 to June 25 in terms of sectoral contribution of index points. So which sector contributed how many points in the index? What sector is at number 2, and whatever is not there at number 2 are everything that you can see at screen. All right, there's financial services, expectedly bulk of the points. Then there is blank, which is what I want. IT, capital goods, healthcare, construction, construction materials, consumer services. That does the green part. And then we go into the reds, which is the minus, negatives, services, metals and mining, FMCG, consumer durables, power, automobiles and auto components, and oil, gas and consumable fuels. Team B, what is this very, very key sector which has been blanked out? Team B. It is a sector which quite literally touches all our lives. Team C is like, ये quiz master बहुत ज़्यादा बोलता है, नहीं? A is also thinking that. At least you should be on my side, man. Team B, yes, sorry. Go for it. There are no negatives. Go for it. Trust your partner. This is reverse sledging. I'm encouraging them. Team B, I need an answer now. Yes. No? Passing you in education. It touches our lives. Yes, but this touches our lives in a different way. Team C.
Defense.
Defense. No. And you blocked a clue. Bad boy. Team D. Past question. Don't start thinking now. Please, Jaipuria. Take a guess.
Banking industry.
Banking. No, that will come in financial services. E. Past question. Indian Institute of Management, Shillong.
FMCG.
FMCG is there. No. Fast moving consumer goods. In the red, minus 4.2 or 42, I think. F.
Media.
Not media. Team A. Quickly, please.
Infra.
Sorry?
Infra.
Not infrastructure. Audience gets a chance. Let's go to the boy here. Gray and white shirt. Yes, please stand up. Gray or white, green or white. I can't really make out. Bad eyes. There's a mic coming your way.
Pharmaceutical.
Not pharmaceuticals. Let's go to somebody near. Just behind you, the blue shirt. Yes. First, your name and college, please.
Hello, my name is Pranav Singh, Chanakya University, Agriculture.
Not agriculture either. This is, we're not talking about the overall contribution. Remember, Nifty points is what we are looking at. Let's go to this side. Let's stay with this side. Your name, college name, and answer.
This is Thompson, travel industry.
Not travel. One last chance. Who is near you so my friend doesn't have to run? Yeah, just go to the brown shirt in the back. I thought this would be easy.
Here's Lovjit Singh from Government Jindra College, Brinda. Answer is telecom.
Telecom it is. Give him a round of applause. This is telecom. Quite literally touches our lives. And don't just give him a round of applause. Please give him a nice gift from NISM as well. And with that, we finish 5 questions. So one last question to go. This is going to be back to team B because nobody got it. I'm looking for the name of a company. Let's see the question. Betting on Zero is a documentary that follows billionaire hedge fund manager Bill Ackman as he takes a multi-billion-dollar bet against a very famous company which does business in India also, alleging that they call themselves a business, but they are literally a low-life pyramid scheme masquerading as a company. They exploit low-income communities by offering them a mirage of opportunity, which is not real. It is actually a low-level pyramid scheme. Which company is this? Team B. And the color is also a nice clue to the name or to the company that is there. Right? Lots of hands going up in the audience. So, are any of the teams objecting to a clue? No. So it is a 9-letter answer. Okay. And before I said this, I mentally counted in my mind because I said 7-letter in the earlier semi-final when it was 8. But anyways, it's a 9-letter answer. The color is the same as both the color of their logo and most of the products that they deal with. What company? Team B. They are there in India as well. And they say that we are a business. But Bill Ackman says you are nothing but a pyramid scheme operating as a business. Think of what pyramid schemes do. This company basically, in a different avatar, tells people to sign up with them and do the same thing. Team B. 3 seconds more. Passes to C. C is a pass question. Take a guess.
Amway.
Amway. Nice guess. Team D. One of the best non-correct guesses of the day. Team D.
Evergreen.
Sorry?
Evergreen.
Evergreen, because it's green. Evergreen is a shipping company. Remind me to ask you a question on Evergreen. Team E. And audience, please remind me. I'm 48 years old. I forget the next day of what I have had for lunch yesterday. So I'll forget what questions I asked. I reminded you to ask me. Team E.
Apollo.
Apollo. Pass. Apollo is a respectable company, not a pyramid scheme. Passes to F. And Apollo Tires is our shirt sponsor. Kuch to lihaz karo. Team F.
Forever.
Sorry?
Forever.
No, not Forever 21. You said Forever 21, something like that. Passes to A. I will come to you if they don't get it. Because the first hand I saw go up was ma'am in the audience. Team A. Past question can't give you so much time. I love it when teams answer the last question wrong because अपने आप audience question बन जाता है. Taking a guess?
Pass.
Passing. We'll go to the lady in blue and white. Yes, there's a mic coming your way. Please tell us your name, which institute you come from, and the answer.
Okay, I'm Dr. Natika Podar. I'm from St. Francis Institute of Management and Research, Mumbai. And the answer is Herbalife.
Herbalife is correct. Give her a round of applause. This is, of course, Herbalife. That's why I said Amway was a very, very good answer because you're so close. Same kind of pyramid scheme, right? If you look at it that way. No points to you, but a nice gift coming your way. And whenever you're ready, my team, you can flash the scores on the scoreboard. Lovely. So 2 teams are yet to open their account, New Delhi and Karzat, but 3 more rounds to go. 1 team is out, is at 10, 2 teams at 25, which is Pondicherry and Shillong. 15-point buffer on the back of a really good answer somewhere in between. ICFAI with 40. Give them a round of applause and let us move quickly into the buzzers. Are your buzzers on by any chance? They're not on. So please press the, yes, fully. No, wait. Press it completely. Yeah. Press the red button completely inside. Not red. That. Okay. No worries. Is it? DEF, everybody has a buzzer on. We'll know when we test it. Brilliant. Before we go to the actual round, we will, of course, take a look at whether your buzzers are working, beginning with A. One moment, please. Do that again. Perfect. B, C, D, E, and F. One moment. Once again, it's not on, no? Yeah. On बिना किए हुए buzzer मतलब रजनीकांत का भी नहीं बजता यार क्या है ये? Giving me a scare. Just I'll request you one thing. Turn it like this. Everybody is correct so I can see the light flash there. Lovely. Wish you all the very best. These are the rules for the buzzer round. First of your buzzers, yes. The screen is not working, so you can focus there. And my team, Team E, tabletop screen for some reason. And a request to all of you, sometimes we go wrong, but sometimes we also kick a cable or so under the table. So please be careful when you're shuffling around during the quiz, because in the end it's not wireless, it is connected by a cable. So if you touch it, it will go off. Sorry, somebody said something? Audience, of course. Where are my manners? Okay. Audience question. Let's ask an audience question. Do you see everything? Is the screen on or not yet? Okay. There is a... So just watch this screen. Everybody else's screen is working, right? Do you? It's a bigger screen. Can you see that? Is that okay with you, Teamy? Okay. Audience, I will ask you 2 audience questions the next time. Okay. Let's proceed with the round. And yes, please be good and remind me like that so I don't forget my manners. All right. But everybody's buzzers are working. Let's go. As always, since we started a new trend in the finals, I will tell you whether it's 1 word or 2 or 3. That's all. Rest everything is on screen. 2 strikes per buzzer. Plus 15 if you get it right on the first, minus 15 if you go wrong, in which case I go to the next team, plus 10 and minus 10, and we finish there, right? You don't have to wait for me to finish reading out the question, but the moment somebody buzzes, I will identify that team and you have to pick up the mic and answer. If it is a 2-word answer, I need both words correct. If it is a 1-word answer and you give me only half of it, still no points, it's a negative. Clear? Fingers on your buzzers. This is a 1-word answer coming up now. Relating to statistics used in insurance risk management. A buzz from C.
Actuarial.
Actuarial will get them 15. Very, very nice answering. This is actuarial, coming from the word actuary, which is a person who's really, really expert at calculating the risks when it comes to underwriting an insurance policy. Plus 15 to team C for Charlie. Moving on to the next question. I'm looking for a 2-word answer. Okay, your answer needs 2 words. Both of them have to be correct. Here it comes. Securities with a credit rating considered safe, team E.
Investment grade.
Plus 15. Investment grade is correct. They were fastest, followed by B, followed by F. But you pick up 15. Investment grade is correct. Plus 15 to team E for Echo. Moving on, another 2-word question coming up on your screens. Fingers on your buzzers. Here it comes. A legal document referring to commercial paper, checks or other transferable debt. The only team which had buzzed, now we have 2, is team C. Team C.
Negotiable instrument.
Negotiable instruments is correct. Very, very nice. After they buzzed, a few seconds later, team D buzzed as well, but they were the clear fastest team to buzz. Negotiable instrument will get 15 to team C for Charlie. Buzzers have been reset. 3 more questions to go. Yet another 2-word answer is what I want. Here it comes. Question number 4. Tradable short-term instruments, team C.
Commercial papers.
Commercial papers will get you 15. This is commercial papers issued by corporates to raise working capital funds. This was the first question in the entire day on which all 6 teams have buzzed. So it's a nice thing to see the entire screen populated, but only the first gets first chance. So let me reset those buzzers. You gave a 15 to team C for Charlie again. 1-word answer now, but a fairly long word. Be careful. I need the full word correct. Okay? Question coming up. Fingers on your buzzers. Here is question number 5. Securities that would cause EPS, earnings per share, to increase if they were exercised or converted to common stock. Nobody buzzing? I'll give a roundabout non-financial clue. It sounds like something which you have to ensure that a milkman doesn't do to your milk. All right, that was a clue. You waited for a milkman clue of all things. Team E.
It's dilutative. Dilution, dilutative.
Dilutative, is that your answer? 3, 2,
Dilutative.
dilutative. That's a minus 15 to team E. They said dilutative, and we have no more buzzes. Buzz is closing in 3, 2, and 1. They did identify the key part, which is dilutive, but you have to hope he doesn't do it, which would make it anti-dilutive. Not dilutative, but anti-dilutive. Anti-dilutive, one of the very rare negatives in a buzzer round for jumbled words. 2 and 3 had also buzz, but they came a lot later after I had said buzz is closed. Anti-dilutive is what I wanted. Last question in the buzzer round. Don't look so glum, team E. You're doing well. You'll claw it back. Last question is a one-word answer. Here it comes. Question number 6. The process of adjusting index components such as Nifty Treasury bills indices on a weekly basis or following an auction. Big, long word. What word am I looking for? Nice jumble there. It says nice stunt eye root. There. That's one of the few things that gives you fun making jumbled words. What funny things can you make when you want to spell it wrong? This is a word which contains the name of one of the most important documents when it comes to a country. Has got nothing to do with this, of course. What is perhaps the buzz from C? What's your answer?
Reconstitution.
Reconstitution will get them 15. This is reconstitution. It has got nothing to do with the constitution of a country. It is the process of adjusting index components such as Nifty, T-bills, and indices on a weekly basis or after an auction. Plus 15 to team C. And this is the end of round 3. I will necessarily ask you a couple of audience questions while the scores are being totaled. Easy one to begin with. BlackRock has got a proprietary electronic system when it comes to their working. They're not even waiting for me to guess it. Let's go to the first hand I saw go up. The green and white striped shirt. There's a mic coming your way. Your name, college name, and answer.
My name is Ruchikit. I'm from Chanakya University. The answer is Aladdin.
Aladdin is correct. I was going to say, what magical name do they give to their system? It stands for Asset, Liability, and Debt and Derivative Investment Network. Aladdin. Very, very nice. And 2 questions like I promised. So here's the second. What portmanteau word? Portmanteau is when you take 2 existing words and make up another word by mashing them together somehow. What portmanteau word is used to refer to individuals who use social media platforms like YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter to share advice? I will go to the gentleman in the cap there. He's been very, very active all through. There's a mic coming your way, sir. Your name, where you come from, and the answer.
Satyajit Dhar, University of Kalyani, Finfluencer.
Finfluencer is correct. Please give him 2 prizes. The one that you're carrying and one more. And Finfluencer is correct because financial influencer is Finfluencer, which by the way is also a category that is very closely monitored and kept an eye on by SEBI, because it is very easy for a Finfluencer to go astray and start doing things which are not in the benefit of the people who are following them, expecting genuine advice. So if you are one of the people who follow Finfluencers, do remember to take it with a pinch of salt, and every now and then do check whether SEBI has come out with an advisory which has that person's name or that entity's name on it. With that, let's take a look at the scores. Only one team left to score now, which is a good omen. Universal AI University, you have your task cut out, but there are 2 more rounds to go. 10 points to Jaipuria Institute of Management Indore, 25 apiece to Pondicherry as well as Shillong. Then we have a 40 to ICFI Business School, Kolkata. They have been quiet in this round, which is uncharacteristic of them because I saw them in the Eastern RR. Leading at this stage, International Management Institute, New Delhi with 60, Team C. Give them a round of applause and let us go quickly into round 4. Round 4 is all about slogans, taglines, and quotations. Either we ask you who said this, or we blank out a word or two in the code and give you a nice bit of cluing to make you guess those words as well. We will start with team F. So Universal AI, your chance to pick up points. We will go anti-clockwise this time. The time rules are the same, 30 seconds for a direct, no time on a pass. You get 20 points for answering a question correctly, no negatives if you go wrong. Let's show you question number 1, team F. This is Dr. Poonam Gupta, who is a Deputy Governor of the Reserve Bank of India and an NPC member, talking just last month. This is in October 2025. What did she say? She said the described blank dash blank mix, particularly slower blank in the second half. That second, the blank after slower is the first blank in the term that I want. Slower blank in the second half of the year and a benign blank rate has potentially opened some space for lowering the policy rates further. However, it is difficult for me to vote for a rate cut at this juncture. What two words fill the blank? And the first blank, which is the hyphenated blank, those same two words are clued in the second line itself. So the first blank is this one word which follows slower, and the second blank after the hyphen is the word which follows benign.
First, equity debt.
Equity debt mix is what you're saying.
And particularly slower growth in H2 and begin
Okay.
beginning interest rate.
So what are your two words? What are the two words which follow described blank? What's the first blank in after described?
Equity debt.
Equity debt. And what is the second blank after described? After the hyphen?
No, equity, first word, after hyphen debt.
Debt. So then it would mean that the slower, after slower the blank would be equity, and after benign the blank would be debt. Those two words itself move up, is what I'm saying. Passes to E. So for example, to carry their example forward, if it was the described equity debt mix, then it would say particularly slower equity in second half and a benign debt rate. That's how it would flow. TV.
Growth and inflation.
Growth and inflation. Why are you so soft spoken? Because you're guessing. And your partner said, इस बार अगर गलत दिया तो फटके पड़ेंगे.
Inflation, we are 100% sure.
Who, out of curiosity, who got that minus when you picked the anti-dilutive thing?
No, I got that.
You did. You picked some of it back. Lovely answer. Growth inflation is correct. Growth inflation mix is what I was looking for. That is why I asked who got it wrong, because then that partner for the next couple of questions is usually the soft spoken one. Much like what most of the times happens in a marriage as well. You go wrong, then next 2 weeks you're like, yes, minister. That is what you do. But 20 points to team E, and the next question will go to team D. This is the CEO of LIC who said, we aim to extend financial protection to every blank blank at an affordable cost. What fills those blanks? It is a word or a term, not a word, a term in insurance which describes a person to whom policy cover can be extended. A person, this is a question for team D. What did the CEO of LIC, Siddhartha Mohanty, say? That our aim is that whichever persons are there who are eligible to have policy cover extended, we will extend financial protection to every such blank blank. What two words? It's a two-word term. I'll give a further clue. Both words begin with the same letter of the alphabet. And it is a concept in insurance which talks about the description or the definition of that concept is a person to whom policy cover can be extended. This is for team D. Both words beginning with the same letter. I'll give you 5 more seconds.
Pass.
You're passing? Passing to C.
Indian investor.
Sorry?
Indian investor.
Indian investor. No, investors are not to whom you extend a policy cover. No, passes to B. All right. Pass question. No, passing to A.
Insurer and insured.
Insurer and insured passes to F.
Individual insured.
Individual insured passes to E. This is one of those where I will not give part points because I literally spelled out the answer, right? Team E.
Pass.
It was your question, which means that we go to the audience. Lots of hands. Let's go to the back. Yeah, you're a blue shirt. Yeah, very nice. I think it's a college logo, if I'm not mistaken. Your name, college name, and the answer.
Sir, my name is Saurabh Kachara. I am from Balaji Institute of Modern Management, Pune, and the answer is Indian individual.
Not Indian individual. Give the mic to the boy in front of you. Yes.
St. Xavier's College Autonomous Kolkata. The answer is insurable individual.
Insurable individual is correct. Insurable because you can extend policy cover. Eligible to have a policy. Individual because person. So as I said, no part points on this. Back to team D with the third question. This is Radhika Gupta. You know, of course, who Radhika Gupta is. One of the ladies who are at the forefront of leading companies which are in the field of investment and finance. Team D. She is talking about a really, really close to her heart product which her company had launched. She said, blank, blank, blank matures and operates like a bond, is diversified like a mutual fund, and trades on the exchange like a stock. Such a beautiful product. If it does all of that, it's like magic, right? What is she talking about? Team D.
Sir, ETF exchange traded fund.
ETF exchange traded fund. So the three blanks are filled by ETF. Passes to C. If it is an ETF launched by a company, they will call it something. No, they won't just call it an ETF. It's a common noun. Team C. Like I said, something that is very close to our heart in a way. Team C. I'm not saying anything else. I'm just saying that it is not ETF. She asked me, is it like company name, then product name? Like, I can't say. Team C. Past question. Passes to B. Take a guess. A has been very animated all along. Passes to A.
Is sovereign gold bond, SGB.
Not sovereign gold bond. Passes to F. Past question. Can't give you so much time. Going across to E.
Alternate investment fund?
No, not an AIF. It was a question for Jaipuria, right? So audience, anybody taking a guess? I didn't come to you last time. Last row, and let's see what he wants to say. Something very close. It sounds like something very close to all our hearts. Yeah, please keep your hand up, otherwise my colleague won't know where to come to.
Sir, it's unit linked insurance plan.
Sorry?
Unit linked plan. ULIP.
No, not ULIP. Let's go to the lady here. Do we have another person with the mic? Because I really feel I'm making that person exercise too much. बहुत ज़्यादा stairs हो रहे हैं आज. Here. Yes, you. Here, lady here. Why, when you can have a mic?
Is it Bharat Bond ETF?
Bharat Bond ETF will get you a prize. This is Bharat Bond ETF by Edelweiss Mutual Fund. Radhika Gupta, of course, again, I was fortunate enough to have worked with her and her husband when I used to work for Edelweiss. Really dynamic lady, and a lady who's balancing work and life with such grace that you have to be there to see it sometimes. Nobody gets points. The question before this was what? Insurable individual. So you got two questions in a row. So now we won't come to you again. We'll hop across to C. Here is question number 4. This is somebody who is a co-founder of a very, very famous brand in India, and obviously a very young co-founder. This is somebody who is very famous on social media as well. What is this person saying? From 2021, I had been tweeting about the risks to the broking business, big clue, but somehow I kept getting surprised on the upside. But starting around October 2024, all the risks that I was thinking about came true, they crystallized. Which young, dynamic leader, co-founder is this? Team C. And this is one of those questions where only the last name will not do for a certain reason. Team C is very smart. He seems to have worked out what I meant by only the last name will not do. You have 5 more seconds to use that wit and give me an answer. Okay, time's up.
Nikhil Kamath.
Nikhil Kamath passes to B. Pass question. Take a guess. You guess the same. Passes to. So if it's wrong, guess something else. No? Same as them. Passes to A.
Nitin Kamath.
Will fetch you 20. Very, very nice. That is why I was telling you guess something else. If Nikhil Kamath is wrong, say Nitin Kamath, for example. Say KV Kamath, for God's sake. Say something. But 20 points to Team A. They make very good use of that pounce. It reminds me of vultures waiting for somebody to die. When it's like, okay. But 20 points to you. Last 2 questions of this round. First of these, which is the 5th, will go to Team F. Here's your question. This is, of course, Nitin Kamath of Zerodha. We had a question on Zerodha as an audience question. This is one of the co-founders. Team F, your question. Banks and governments print money, but ultimately it is the scientists who foot the bill. What this person is saying is that the people who are in technology, in science, who actually have to make those grand plans come true, they are the people who are footing the bill. This is a person who's written 3 or 4 very famous books in recent years. He is what we call a futurist as well. And he talks a lot of nice things about our past also. A best-selling author saying this about banks and governments printing money. Team F. If all the teams agree, I'll give a couple of clues. Nobody saying no to a clue? You want to wait for a clue? All right. Usually we say William Shakespeare, or we'll say Enid Blyton, or we will say, for example, Jeffrey Archer. This person is known by a full 3-word name. So we won't just say, we will take the middle name as well. Even on all his books, you will see the full name written. It's a 3-word name. And the second clue I'm going to give you is I'm going to give you the initial of his middle name. It is N. N as in November. That is your clue. Best-selling author, Team F. Another clue, if everybody agrees. His... They're blocking a clue. Now, bulb jal gaya abhi. अभी सबको क्लू नहीं देना चाहिए क्योंकि हमको पता है. Team F. Just kidding. Please go for your strategies. Team F, I can't say anything more. Go for it.
Pass.
Passes to E.
It's Nassim Nicholas Taleb.
Nassim Nicholas Taleb, because it fits 3-word also, it fits N also, but it doesn't fit my answer slide. Passing to D. Passing to C.
Ashwath Damodaran.
Not Ashwath Damodaran, which would mean Ashwath something Damodaran because you take the full name. No, B.
Peter Lynch.
No, passes to A. Passing to, it was whose question? It was your question. Audience, let's go to the gentleman who's the only person who raised a hand when I first saw. Keep your hand up, please. Yeah.
Yuval Noah Harari.
Yuval Noah Harari is correct. Author of books like Sapien and Nexus. Yuval Noah Harari, of course, and this is him talking about AI and the future of humanity. Lovely books. If you haven't read them, please do go and buy, borrow, Kindle, phone, paper, whatever suits your fancy. Beautiful books. Nobody gets points. Last question goes back to Team F. Here's your question. You all know Michael Lewis, of course. Anybody who works in markets and finance and investing will not miss him. He said that maybe the best definition of investing is blank with the blank in your favor. I want both those blanks. And think of, if you get this, if you want to go for the second part first, think of an English expression, which is perhaps the only expression which goes blank, the blank in your favor. That is the second blank. And the first blank is a word closely associated with that second word. Team F.
Second word is luck.
Second word is?
Luck.
Oh, luck in your favor. All right. I'm not saying right or wrong. We should make the first word what activity closely connected with luck? No? Passing to E.
Gambling and casino.
Gambling and casino. Passing to D. Casino in your favor sounds a little off, no, as an English expression. D.
So time and price.
Time and price. C.
Gambling and luck.
Gambling and luck. So you're combining E and F's answer. B.
Gambling and God.
Gambling and God. Oh, so they go together. Agar Khuda meherban, to gambler pehlwan. Something like that. Passes to A.
Going with the flow in your favor.
Going with the flow. No, it was your question. I want to use my discretion and give 10 points to Team E, who were the first people to say gambling. You were the first who said gambling. 10 points to Team E. Audience, what word? Yes. Odds is correct. May the odds be always in your favor. Gambling and odds is what I wanted. 10 points to Team E. And you got, please give a small gift to my friend there who's sitting next to the lady who gave that really beautiful answer for Herbalife. There on the left. And do you have the scores? Please take your time. I will ask one audience question before we go on to the scores. All right. I'm looking for a word which is used along with the word trading. So it is called blank trading. And why is this called so? It is called so because it is an investment strategy where inexperienced investors, instead of making their own trading decisions, they just replicate the trading decisions of more experienced investors. Let me get a mic to this gentleman here. What four-letter word fills the blank? It is called blank trading. The key word is you don't make your own decisions, you replicate
Copy trading.
Copy trading. Lovely answer. Give a round of applause. And let us go on to the scores. Copy trading is correct. This is not very high scoring, but it is very, very competitive. One team, Universal AI University, will have to do a lot of work in round 5 if they want to go near the top 3. 10 points to Jaipur Institute of Management Indore, 25 to Pondicherry University Karzat. Then we have the top 3. 55 to Indian Institute of Management Shillong, just 5 points adrift of the two teams locked neck and neck. 60 apiece to IMI New Delhi and the ICFEI Business School Kolkata. 60, 60, 55. Let's applaud them and move into round 5. Round 5, no option questions, split down the middle into 2 parts. The first is we begin with team A and go clockwise. No negatives, no buzzers. 30 seconds on the direct, no time on the pass. Plus 25 if you get it right, no negatives if you get it wrong. 7 to 12 are on the buzzer, but more on that at the end of question number 6. Everybody okay with the score so far? Feeling comfortable? Great. First 6 questions, no pressure. We will begin with team A. Here's your question. Which landmark US banking legislation or law enacted in 1933 to separate commercial banking from investment banking and to restore public confidence after the Great Depression, established the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, which is like the DIGCG of the US, and required banks to choose whether they want to be commercial banks or they want to be investment banks? Team A, what act am I looking for?
Act of Seagull.
Act of Seagull is what you're answering. Passes to B. They said Act of Seagull. A really bad joke about seagulls flying and doing stuff, which I will not make here. But passing on to Team B. Passing to C.
Securities Exchange Act 1933.
Not so long. Passing to D.
Bank Secrecy Act.
Sorry?
Bank Secrecy Act.
The Bank Secrecy Act. Passes to E.
Chinese Walls Act.
The Chinese Wall Act. Nice. People are being inventive now. Passing to F.
Banking Separation Act.
Banking Separation Act, because commercial investment separate. It was your direct. I'm going to use my discretion and give 10 points to team A because they said seagull, which is a part of it, but it's a double-barreled name, right? To find out the other one, let's go to the lady in the 4th row. Yes, I'm getting a mic to you. Your name, college name, and the transparent thing that they missed.
I am Mogita from PSTI Krishnamurti College for Women, Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
And the answer is Glass-Steagall Act.
The Glass-Steagall Act is correct. That is what I was looking for. Glass is the transparent one. So she gets a really good prize. Because you got 10 points, the next question will not come to you. It will go to team B. Which cognitive bias, and I'm looking for a two-word answer, famously shown by Dan Ariely, who is a behavioral economist. He used subscription options for The Economist magazine, showing that if, instead of 2 options, if you give a third, which you are really not serious about, but that third option makes the people want to go with one of the first 2. It's a clearly inferior one, but you feel if this is so bad, then one of the 2 must be good. It can influence people to prefer 1 or 2 other options, thereby changing the entire original preference distribution. You see this at play when you go to a mall or you go to a multiplex as well, where they give you a big, a medium, and a small, where this blocking a hint. He is like, I don't want to go to multiplexes, I just want to get points. Sorry, ladies, can't give more points. What cognitive bias am I talking about? Team B.
Availability heuristic.
Sorry?
Availability heuristic.
Availability. No passing to C. Past question, need to rush you?
Loss aversion.
Sorry?
Loss aversion.
Loss aversion. No passing to D.
Herd mentality.
Herd mentality. No passing to E.
Decoy effect.
Decoy effect will get them 25. Lovely blocking, lovely answering. That's the effect I was trying to show you. They really don't want you to go for the medium. They want to make you choose the large. So you feel that if the medium is at $6 and for just 50 cents more if I'm getting a large, let me go for the large. The medium is the decoy. 25 points to team E. Confident and sharp. Nice answering. Moving across to team F with question number 3. One of the 3 non-US companies, only 3 non-US companies have the distinction of hitting $1 trillion in market capitalization. They did this in October 2024. And the reason why it happened is because of all of us using certain things which were very new. And because they make the thing which powers that thing, they hit $1 trillion. I don't want to know anything else. You all know what I'm talking about. I want to know the name of that company. One of only 3 non-US companies to hit $1 trillion in market capitalization. Team F.
TSMC.
Lovely answering. TSMC is correct. This is, of course, the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company. One of the very, very few, literally can be counted on the fingers of one hand, companies which make cutting-edge semiconductors. TSMC, 25 points to Team F. That's the quality of teams in a national semi-final. You can only guess how they'll be doing in the finals, whichever team go on from here. Team A, they got 25, you get the next. Let's take a look at question number 4. The CCX was established in Chicago in 2003 as the world's first voluntary and legally binding greenhouse gas reduction and trading system. While the C in CCX stands for Chicago, what do the letters CX, the second C and the X, stand for in the full name of this exchange? Team A. No negatives for anybody in the pass.
Climate exchange.
Climate exchange. Why are you worrying about negatives? Plus 25. Climate exchange is correct. This is the Chicago Climate Exchange. 25 points to Team A. The second last question before we hit the buzzers. Moving across to Team B. Here's your question. A remisier is an intermediary who is a licensed representative. In France, Singapore, and Malaysia, this term is commonly used to describe the professionals who operate in what industry. And remember, this is a financial literacy quiz. So everywhere else in the world, mostly in the English-speaking world and India, we call them something different. In France, Singapore, Malaysia, etc., they are called remisiers. What professionals are these? Team B. Professionals in what field? A field that is very, very close to the hearts of everybody who wants to study for financial literacy and knowledge of securities markets. Team B. And I need a specific answer. So if the answer is wicket keeper and you tell me cricket, I won't accept it. Yeah? Team B.
Professionals in banking industry.
Professionals in the banking industry. Passes to C. Pass question?
Legal industry.
Legal industry. Passes to D. When you do financial crimes, then you get involved with legal industry. That is how it is connected to financial literacy. Team D.
So remittances as part
Remittances, because remissier. No, nice guessing though. Team E.
Asset management.
Asset management. No, passing to F.
Investment and merchant banking.
Investment.
Merchant banking. Investment.
Merchant banking or investment banking. No, passes to A. Whose direct was it? It was your direct. So A.
Transferring agent.
Sorry?
Transferring agent.
Transferring agent. Not a transferring agent. Let's go to somebody who doesn't have a gift yet. Yeah, let's go. No, you have a gift. Your ma'am got a gift for Herbalife. No gifts for you. Let's go to the lady here. Yes. Your friend got a gift. Let's see if you get a matching mug. Your name, college name, and answer.
Bhavana from PSG Krishnamurti College for Women. Financial services industry.
Not
Stockbroker.
Stockbroking will get you a gift. Please give her a gift. This is stockbroking, securities trading, anything which is not what any of them said. Not asset management, not investment banking, stockbroking to be precise. A gift for her. And the last of the questions back to team B. Here's your question. Developed by an economist called James Blank in the 1970s, it is a form of a short-term tax that is levied on spot conversions of one currency to another to discourage massive speculation. It aims to make such trades prohibitively expensive because of the tax. What five-letter word is given to this tax, which is simply the last name of this person called James? It's called a blank tax, the blank being his last name. It is a question for B, and we are going clockwise. If all the teams agree, I'll make it very obvious because you have to unjumble it. I'll give the, oh, they're blocking, lovely. Finally, the penny has dropped, so no clue, sorry. Team B, go for it. You still have to wait for everything to pass, right? Team B, you got a lot of time already, so please give me a guess. Passing you to team C.
Fisher.
Fisher, James Fisher. Now you're fishing for answers. Team D.
So Keen, kind.
Sorry?
James Keen.
James Dean.
Keen. K-E-Y-N-E.
Oh, James Keen, like John Maynard Keynes, so without the S. Passing to E.
Forex.
Forex. His last name was Forex? Not, no? Passing to F. Pass question. Can't give you so much time.
James Jacob.
Dunlop.
Jacob.
Oh, no, not Jacob. Passing to A.
It's Tobin tax.
What an answer. Tobin tax is correct. Very, very correct and very, very strategic blocking. They waited for 5 teams and they still got it correct. Tobin tax is right, which gives them 25 points. We will move on quickly to the last 6 questions. Before everything else, let's take a look at your buzzers once again. Team A, B, C, D, E, and F. Brilliant. Buzzers are working. As always, I will try and tell you what is expected and then you will take a look at the question. 2 strikes on the buzzer. plus 25 if you get it right on the first, minus 25 if you get it wrong, in which case I move across to the second team, plus 15, minus 15. I will give you a quick look at the scores after question number 9. All right, fingers on your buzzers. I'm looking for the name of a person who is a Nobel Economics laureate. Okay, sometime in the last 25 years in this century. Right? Question coming up on your screens, fingers on your buzzers. Here it comes. Who won the 2023 Nobel Prize in Economic Sciences for advancing our understanding of women's labor market outcomes through groundbreaking research on gender differences in employment as well as earnings over the centuries? Anybody buzzing? This is expectedly a very, very learned lady with the initials CG. C, team C?
Claudia.
Claudia what?
I know the first name. Like
you know the first name, all right. Anybody else buzzing? 3, 2, and 1. I will not give you points, but I'll use my discretion and not give you negatives as well because I need the full name. Claudia Golden is what I was looking for. Very nice answering. Claudia Golden, but I had no points for them, but no negatives as well because they gave me half of the answer. I can't give them points for giving something which is right. Non-negatives as well. Fingers on your buzzers. I'm looking for the name of a company from South America. Okay, your clue is it's the name of a company from South America. All right, question coming up on your screens now. Which company holds the title of the largest by market capitalization in the southern hemisphere with a market cap of about $77 billion as of this last month? It operates primarily in the oil and gas sector. Any buzzes? It is a 9-letter name. The first 5 letters literally tell you the sector in which they operate. The last 4 letters tell you the country where it was founded. And the last 4 letters don't tell you the English name of the country. They tell you the Portuguese spelling of the country. First 5 letters tell you that they work in oil and gas. Last 4 letters tell you the Portuguese spelling, the first 4 letters of the Portuguese spelling of a South American country. Anybody buzzing? Oil and gas is called what? That's not a question, that's a clue. Don't buzz and say so and so. All right. After a lot of discussion, E is going for it. What company?
It's Petrobras.
What an answer! Give them a round of applause. Petrobras is correct. This is Petroleum Brazil. Petrobras. Brazil is spent Brazil in South American, which is Portuguese. They don't spell it with a Z, they spell it with an S. Plus 25 to team E. Lovely answering. They trust their gut and they went for it. The last question before the score update. I'm looking for a 2-word answer, and this is a kind of an effect or a theory which is named after the person who first postulated it. All right, fingers on your buzzers. Question coming up now. Which economic paradox, named after the Scottish economist Sir Robert Blank, studied in behavioral economics, describes a situation where the people's demand for a certain good or item increases even when the price starts rising, whereas you would expect it to fall, right? And it contradicts the classical law of demand. What is the last name of this gentleman who gives his name to a paradox about price increase causing a rise in demand? There's a hand which has gone up, 2 of them, and 3, 4 hands going up all over the place. So no pressure, teams on stage, but the audience knows it in at least 7 different places. This is a question on the buzzer. I'm going to give you the first letter of the last name. It's a G, as in Goa. Anybody buzzing? 6-letter answer beginning with a G. Closing the buzz in 3. A has finally gone for it. What am I looking for?
Giffen.
Giffen will get them 25. These are Giffen goods and the Giffen paradox. Very, very nice. Plus 25 to team A. I think the teams know the answer. They're just making me speak more and more and then answering. Plus 25 to team A. Let's take a look at the scores. You can take your time because this is crucial. While they are doing it, audience, 3 teams from this go across to the final, which is to be played tomorrow. 3 more teams will join them from the second semi-final. We will take quick 5 to 7 minute break if anybody wants to freshen up. I know I want to drink a little bit of water, but the next semi-final happens now. And as promised, in any case by 5:30, which is our scheduled close, we will close the semi-finals so that you have about an hour and a half to freshen up, look your best, maybe wear some traditional clothes, and come down for the cultural night. Whenever you are ready, scores on screen. Audience question? Yes, of course. Why not? Simple question. So this is, I'm talking about a food or a dish, call it what you want, that all of us love. Why am I talking about it in a quiz which is not about food? Because this was the first ever thing to be purchased using bitcoins. First hand I saw go up is the black shirt in the back next to the pink shirt gentleman. Your name, college name, and the food which is not being served for dinner tonight.
Sir, my name is Madhusudana and I am from Sri Krishna Aditya College of
Okay.
Arts and Science. The food is pizza.
Pizza is correct. Very, very nice. And that is why today he paid 2 bitcoins for 1 large pizza. Imagine how many millions of dollars that pizza is, it is on his expense sheet today. If you have the scores, let's take a look. Today, there has not been a single semi-final so far in which at least 2 teams have not breached a century. The first 2 semi-finals had all 3 teams who topped breaching a century. This looks firmly on course for that if International Management Institute of New Delhi can step up a bit and score 40 points in the remaining 3 questions. For now, 10 points to team D, 25 apiece to B and F, 60 to team C, and we have 105 to Shillong, who are second, 145 to ICFAI, who are first. Round of applause for these teams, and let us go quickly into the next question. Fingers on your buzzers. I'm looking for a 3-word answer. All 3 words have to be correct. You might see the clue to those 3 words on screen. I know it is there. Let's take a look at the question. Many news items pertaining to the energy sector contain phrases like OPEC plus to hike output by 547,000 BPD from September, India's crude demand, etc., etc. What does the abbreviation BPD expand to? Team F into the mic. Quickly, please, Team F. 3
Barrels per day.
Barrels per day is 25. Very, very nice. Barrels per day, which is how much a standard unit of output from an oil well is called. Plus 25 to team F. That's the buzzer reset. E had buzzed as well, but they were fractionally slower on the buzzer. Moving across to the next question. I'm looking for a 2-word answer. Both words need to be correct. Fingers on your buzzers. Here it comes. Question number 11. What financial metric measures a mutual fund's risk-adjusted excess returns? Team D. Jaipuria into the mic.
So Sharpe ratio.
Sharp ratio?
Yes.
I accidentally showed the answer to Sharp earlier. I won't put 2 questions on Sharp there. Minus 25 to team D. The next team who buzzed was F again. Karzat, what's your answer?
Trainers ratio.
Sorry?
Trainers ratio.
Trainers ratio. That's unfortunately a minus 15 to them. Audience, let's go to the gentleman at the back. Yes, the dark blue shirt. Your name, college, yes, you. Please keep your hand up. There's a mic coming your way. Your name, college name, and answer.
My name's Kushal. I'm from Jagdish State School of Management in Bangalore. The answer is information ratio.
Information ratio is correct. This is, of course, the information ratio. Last question of this semi-final. I'm looking for the name of a local body, like how you had the Ghaziabad Nagar Nigam showing up in one of the semi-finals. This is a local body and it has got something to do with the field that we are studying, right? Question coming up, fingers on your buzzers. Here it comes. Which Indian municipal corporation was the first? All right, we have a buzz from Pondicherry, plus 25, minus 25, into the mic. Into the mic.
Pune Municipal Corporation.
Pune, that's a minus 25 to you. I'll finish reading out the question. Team B for Bravo gets a minus 25. Which Indian municipal corporation was the first to issue municipal bonds in independent India in 1997, raising 125 crore through privately placed state government-backed debt to fund urban infrastructure development, marking the beginning of India's municipal bond market? Buzz only from B so far. They have a minus 25. Closing buzz in 3, 2. They said Pune and they got it wrong. It's a logical guess to follow after Pune in a way. 3. Oh, lovely. B has buzzed as well. B into the mic. Into the mic.
Mumbai Municipal Corporation.
That's a minus 15. Not that kind of logic. Pune, Mumbai, of course, because two ends of Patalganga. But no, minus 15 to Team F. I'm going to close the buzzer here. Audience, let's see somebody who doesn't have a prize. You have a prize already. Let's go to the last row. Yes. Last row, I just need the name of a town, city, whatever have you. Which municipal corporation? Yes.
My name is Minhan Ansari. I'm from Tesbu University. Is it Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation, BMC?
Brihan Mumbai. No. Let's go nearer. You don't have to. Just go to the lady in, yes, down there. Keep your hand up. What is your name, your college name, and the answer?
So my name is Jhalak Pamnani. I'm from Hyper College, Bhopal. So is it Ahmedabad?
Not Ahmedabad. Okay, shout out. Bangalore Municipal Corporation. Number Bengaluru is what I was looking for. Nobody gets points and you got a lot of chances as well. So we will go quickly to the final scores. Oh, lovely. 2 Centurions, they stay where they are. And by virtue of doing absolutely the most calm and calculated quizzing, there's one team which qualifies as well. But we will go from the bottom up. Let's have a round of applause for Jaipuria Institute of Management Indore, who finished with minus 15. Universal AI finished with minus 5. Let's have a round of applause for the boys from Karjat. Ahead of them, only just Pondicherry University picked up a minus on that last question as well. 0 to them at Pondicherry at B. The 3 teams which qualify, beginning with International Management Institute, New Delhi with 60, they will march into the finals. Tomorrow, refresh, come back and fight for another day. Ahead of them at position 2, 105. The first team from the Northeast to qualify in the PG round. Give them a round of applause. Shillong Indian Institute of Management goes through as well. Comfortable 40-point margin. ICFAI Business School Kolkata win this with 145. Give them a round of applause. You can carry on down. We will get the next 6 teams up on stage. Remember, we have a quick 5 to 7 minute break if you want to freshen up.